Hello, YTPC. Ethan, Parsimonious Piper here. Today I'm going to show you what I'm reading right now. Some of my favorite books. But first, in my Missouri Country Gentleman, because it's Corn Cob Tuesday, I have my corn cob cob. I have my corn cob hat. And my cob is loaded with pirate cake. Ah, a delicious lat bomb. So Logan at There and Tobac again has asked us to share our 3 favorite books. Well, I'm sort of going to do that, but like Armchair Ed, I think every book deserves to be your favorite at some point in time. Yes, I stole that, Ed. So, what am I reading right now? And to be honest, these are favorites. If I don't like them, a lot of times I don't finish them. So, right now, I am reading a biography. I'm about a third of the way through it. Bonhoeffer by Eric Metaxas. One of the more important Christian thinkers of the first half of the century, Bonhoeffer was martyred by the Nazis. He was prophetic, and he very clearly saw the dangers that were arising in Europe and specifically in Germany as early as the early 1930s. Fascinating look into his life. The second one that I'm reading right now is another one of my favorite authors. This one is Francis Schaeffer, and this is one of his most well-read books. It's an apology, The God Who Is There. I enjoy apologetics. I enjoy Francis Schaeffer in particular, and I had never read this particular book. Prior to this, my favorite Francis Schaeffer book was Addicted to Mediocrity, which was an analysis of Christian arts, media, etc., and an examination of why is it that we as Christians so often settle for mediocre in performance arts, in visual arts, in writing, when God calls us to excellence. A very interesting book, a very convicting book. If you, for example, if you're involved in a praise team and you don't like practice, well, you should. Great book. But this apologetic, I'm about a third of the way through that one too. Schaeffer was a very deep thinker. He was a philosopher par excellence. Was very in tune with the zeitgeist of philosophy going back into the 1800s and how that had impacted modern thought, and not only in the secular world, but how that had bled over into theology and into Christian thinking and some of the dangers thereof. Fascinating book. Really, really worth my time. I am so glad that I was gifted this because it's really great. Now, that brings us back as soon as I can get relit. That brings us to one that I'm not reading right now, but that truly is probably my favorite non-Bible book of all time. And that is because of the impact that it had on my life. And that is C.S. Lewis' Mere Christianity, which is a phenomenal apology in popular language. And C.S. Lewis he was not the one necessarily who, in the end, convinced me of the truth of Christianity. But this book, Mere Christianity, for the first time, exposed me to someone who was an extreme intellectual unbelievably intelligent, well-read, and had been an atheist and came to faith in Christ. It was the first time I had seen that. Someone with his depth, who had in fact discovered Christ from a position of atheism. He opened the door for me to read many others, and so I'm forever grateful to that, and to him for that. But yeah, Mere Christianity, absolutely phenomenal book. So those are my 3 favorite books. One of them really is my favorite book. And as Ed always says about one of his pipes at the time, the other 2 I'm reading right now and really enjoying them. So for now they're my favorites. I hope you guys are reading things that have a positive impact on your life. If not, you should be. And with that, check Logan's channel out. I'll leave a link below. Light something you like. Enjoy that afternoon.